Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and we're going to be talking about the Houston Astros as we saw something go down between the Astros today with them hiring their GM, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to possibly talk about maybe a possibility of Dana Brown going out there and making his first move as the GM. Scrolling through some, stuff with the MLB today, and I did look at, best landings. There was an article on Bleacher Report, and it was basically the best landing spots for the best 10 remaining free agents out there right now in free agency for baseball. And one of those guys, which I think this was like the fifth or sixth best available, is Donavan Solano, and infielder for the Cincinnati Reds, and he was the best fit for the Houston or the Houston Astros were the more of the Houston Astros were the best fit for him. And now that I did some digging and got some information on him, I wouldn't mind this signing for the Houston Astros. I think this could be a potential decent signing. You're bringing in a veteran. I do have some concerns with age. I mean, who cares about age? I mean, yes, he's 35 years old, but, I mean, Jose Abreu's 35, Yuli was 38. The only thing, is like, I don't see what the point is of bringing in Donovan Solano if you can bring in Yuli Gurriel. I mean, I would love, don't get me wrong, I just don't see Yuli Gurriel re-signing with the Astros just because I think he's smart. I think he knows that he's not going to be a starter here. So I see him going elsewhere. And then when he goes elsewhere, which should be soon because spring training starts soon. So once he goes elsewhere, I think the Astros will get someone else. Obviously, Jose Abreu's the starter, but not only from that point, if you lose Gurriel, you've lost Gurriel and you've lost Diaz. And you'd need a nice utility infielder guy. You have Dubon, which I like Dubon, but I just don't know about him, and I think that Donovan Solano would be a good fit for the Houston Astros. I mean, good batting average in the last couple years. This year, his stats, his stats this year in 80 games, he had 4 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a 284 batting average. Now that's only in 80 games. And then, but the season before that, and this is in 101 games, 7 home runs, 31 RBIs, and 280 batting average. Now, this 2 seasons before that, which I love this. This is the 2020 and 2019 season. He has a 326 batting average in the 2020 season and 3 home runs and 29 RBIs. And 3 home runs and 29 RBIs is pretty decent in the 2020 season because that's a shortened season. What is that, 62 games? So that's a shortened season, 326 batting average. And then in 2019, a 330 batting average, and that is in 81 games. So in those 4 years I just mentioned, 2019 he played 81 games, 2020 he played 54 games, 2021 he played 101 games, and then 2022 he played 80 games. I like this signing for the Astros. I think you're bringing in another veteran, could do some decent things off the bench for your roster. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I like the batting average. The batting average is high. The amount of home runs scares me because, we want to, for me, I don't know what the Astros are looking for, but for me, I like a guy who's going to get you a lot of home runs. But actually, he's been decent with the home run ball. Just looking at, his amount of play. I mean, in 81 games, 81. I mean, he's having decent numbers in low amount of games. I mean, 7 home runs in a year where he only plays 101 games, or 4 home runs where a year where he only plays 80 games. And who knows how he would look like with the Astros? I have no idea, but I know that would be a good option for the Astros to kind of put a new utility guy in the outfield in the infield for the Houston Astros next season as the season gets close. So that's a good option for the Houston Astros next season, the 2023 season. I mean, I mean, I don't know what other better options you can find. I mean, he's a good hitter, good defensive player, plays three positions, plays shortstop. I believe he plays first base as well, and then I believe he plays I think he plays third. So in that case, he does mostly it all on the infield, and I think he'd be good for our roster. Listen, he's probably not going to play a lot if he gets signed, but it's a good move. It's a decent move. It's more depth for this Houston Astros team, and I like it. I don't know if it happens, but we'll see. And you let me know your thoughts on potentially the Astros signing Donavan Solano. I think it could happen. I think it all depends on Yuli Gurriel. That's the ultimate factor. I mean, what happens with Yuli Gurriel, we'll see. If the Astros, with new GM in town, if the Astros can maybe feel like they can, find a way to bring Yuli Gurriel back, I do it. But if you can't, this is another great option for the Houston Astros going in to next season, is bringing in Donavan Solano. I don't even see him playing that much, to be honest, though, because I just see him, being a guy who, is a good bench player and a good utility guy in the beginning of the season, like the first half of the season. And then in the second half of the season, he kind of starts to drift away, and the Astros start to lean towards more of their younger bench players like Manichevic and Hensley. I think that's where the Astros' direction would go to. So he would be like a good player for the Astros to go to in the first half of the season, something like that. So we'll see what happens, and you guys let me know your thoughts on the potential signing for the Houston Astros, and peace out. Go Astros.